like Frozen, for example. So I can understand why.
Do you know
some
what you
people
got to
might
do with that,
think
Dan? Do you know what you got to do with that?
What's that?
You got to let it go, mate.
Right, well, thank you so much for watching that episode.
It's that magical time again.
Yeah, episode 8. Welcome back, guys, to the Way It Goes podcast. You join us today to talk about people's controversial opinions.
Oh! I'm excited. I'm excited for this one.
We got some really interesting submissions for this, actually. I asked this on Instagram a couple of days ago, and we got some quite interesting ones. I've got some that I want to throw in that I just want to get your take on as well. Also, apologies for the last episode if you watched on YouTube. Unfortunately, we did lose some of the footage from that episode, so we cut it a bit short. So you might have only seen audio for the last segment of that, so apologies.
I think we spent about 20 minutes after the episode going, no, the footage. Yeah.
Honestly, that's the
it's frustrating.
Any videography you do, like you're gonna lose footage here and there, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And we're just not in a position right now where we've got a good redundancy method for that, unfortunately. But we've always got the audio, so that's good.
Forgot the mirror.
Yeah. What a scuffed setup we've got. But so we're going to be talking today about controversial opinions. A lot of these are ones that have been submitted by friends, family, people that follow us on social media, that kind of thing. So, I'm just going to read some out, and we're just going to have a little bit of a debate about them. Should be quite interesting.
Let's do it.
But first, let me just hit you with some of mine.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Easy one for me.
Okay.
Chocolate in the fridge, yes or no?
Depends on the chocolate.
Explain.
Depends on time of year. If it's summer, fridge.
Yeah.
If it's winter, depending on the type of chocolate, because now I know it's not a chocolate bar, but chocolate digestives.
Yeah, I can see that.
I chuck it in the fridge
because
I like a little, that thick layer of chocolate to be like nice, and so you bite into it and it's like a little dum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, depends on time of year. Summer, in the fridge. Winter, storage.
Yeah, I think I like it to be a bit melty anyway. I think that's when the flavour's good. I think if you put it in the fridge, it starts to bloom, ruins the flavour. Not really worth it. Especially caramel. Caramel in the fridge, hard no. If I wanted that, I'd buy toffee.
Yeah.
Not for me.
No caramel in the fridge.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I started this debate at work, and this was literally like, it wasn't even lunchtime. It was like just a random point during the day, and there was loads of people in the staff area, and there were people milling around, and I started the debate, and within a minute or two, everyone was in a full rage about this. Like it was a clear divide, and when we did the poll, it was 50-50.
Do you know what? I got one for you.
Go on.
Thinking about work, it's made me think of this one. So, fry up in the morning, or calf fry up.
Yeah.
Chips or hash browns.
Hash browns.
Exactly.
Why would you have chips?
I don't know.
I mean, actually, to be fair, it's not. I'll say there's not much difference. There's a little bit of difference. I wouldn't be opposed to chips. I just wouldn't choose it.
Although I did
beans.
I did have this discussion with someone at work, and if you're having a fry up in the morning, hash browns.
Yeah, true.
If you're having a fry up in the evening, chips.
I went to McDonald's for breakfast the other day.
Right.
I ordered bacon roll, ketchup meal, hash brown,
delicious,
medium Coke. Didn't want a coffee.
Lovely.
Happy days. Guess who got 2 hash browns in the bag? Oh, I knew it was going to be a good day.
Oh,
I knew it was going to be a good day.
That set you up right. That set you up right for the
exactly.
day. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Other one. Toilet roll.
Yes.
Does it face the front or does it face the wall?
The front.
Correct answer.
Mullet's bad. The front facing is better.
Yeah.
And that's not me digging at the haircut. Like, mullet's pretty cool.
You want it to have a fringe?
Like, I want it to have a fringe. I want it to be my emo girl. Yeah. Not my mullet man. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, no, you are right, because you don't want to be slamming your hand into the wall.
No.
What's the point?
Like, and when you pull it out and you have to try and like,
if you need 2 hands to
it's just like, it feels wrong.
Yeah.
It just feels wrong.
Yeah. Okay, going back to the fridge theme, ketchup in the fridge, yes or no?
Yes.
Agree.
I like a cold ketchup.
It's not even about being cold ketchup for me. It's that I just don't like the idea of the vinegar and the fruit, I guess you could say, separating.
That's fair.
And it goes all gooey in the cupboard. And then,
That's
I don't
fair.
know, I just feel like it probably go off.
Do
I
you know
think it
what makes-
recommends on the bottle to put it in the fridge once it's opened
Do you know
anyway,
what
right?
makes me feel uncomfortable?
What's that?
People who put mayo in their cupboards.
What, after it's open? Yeah, no.
Like, no. Just because one or two sauces might go in there does not mean mayo goes in there.
No.
No. I'm sorry.
That's not
Mayo's
right.
always in the fridge.
That is not right. If someone tried to give me, and you want to be, oh, have you got any mayo? Yeah, no way. He pulls it out of the cupboard. It's like, you're sitting there shaking, trying to put it on.
You put a little bit on the plate, it's the same lump is still there at the end.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you didn't want your mayo? No, I can put, you know what? I forgot I put it on the plate. Please don't ask any more questions.
Oh, yuck. No, that's not for me.
Nah.
That is not for me.
I got one for you, actually.
Go on.
It's a bit niche. Right. Spare Yorkshire puddings,
Right.
jam on Yorkshire puddings.
Do you know, I've heard this. So, who was it that said this to me? Someone said this to me and said, oh, yeah, my granddad swears by
Me.
that. Was it you?
It was me.
I'm sure there was someone else as well, though. Anyway.
My granddad, when they had leftover from a roast,
Yeah.
obviously stuff that didn't have loads of gravy on it and stuff like that. But like, if there was leftover Yorkshires that weren't eaten, he'd grab some jam, whack some jam on it.
I can kind of see that, though, because it's just like a pastry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people are like, absolutely not. And
No,
I
I mean,
understand, like,
but then I put cranberry sauce on my Yorkshire pudding. It's the same
no
sort of thing.
difference. There's no difference.
Yeah, I mean, I've never tried it, but I don't think it's weird.
Another one from work. Fruit on savoury foods.
Well, yeah, pineapple on pizza debate. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
I wouldn't choose it, but I don't mind it.
I love a Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, fair.
I love a Hawaiian pizza. But we know someone that's very much against any fruit being on any kind of food.
True. What other examples are there, though, of fruit on savoury foods? I'm just trying to think.
We just said it. Cranberry sauce. On,
True. Yeah, I suppose. It's still a fruit, I suppose, but I was just thinking more like actual foods combination. I know some people have banana sandwiches. I've had it before. I'm not a big fan.
I've never tried it.
I don't
and sugar
mind.
is what I've heard. Banana and sugar.
No, banana and sugar I've had in like yogurt, but banana like in like buttered bread, like to make
No.
a sandwich. I have had that before, and it's okay. But the thing is with banana, it's got that kind of bitter, like potassium-y, like metallic. I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't sit right.
But you put butter on the bread. Mate, no. Like, fair play to those
Creative minds who
banana sandwich enjoyers.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
The average banana sandwich enjoyer. But for me, not
ideal.
Nah, not ideal at all.
Fair enough. Right, let's move on to some user submissions then, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
So these are some of the ones that I got off Instagram. So this one, let's keep on the theme of food. So this one is Nando's is overrated and a one-way ticket to get the trots.
I mean, low-key facts.
Really? You think?
Yeah. So, for a long time, it's only recently that I think Nando's has got better. But for a long time, whenever I ate Nando's, I felt awful afterwards.
Really? That's interesting. No, I've never really had that.
Yeah, I felt awful afterwards.
I mean, I do think it's overrated in a way. Like, I like it. Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
I enjoy it.
I love it.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. In fact, we were thinking of going Nando's tonight, weren't we?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
might.
Plus, I go before 90% of gigs, and I don't know if this is a theme for venues in the UK, but for some reason there is always a Nando's within like a 3-minute walk.
I suppose if it's in the city, that's, it's such a popular chain, isn't it?
Yeah, but why is it near every venue I've ever been? Like every venue I go
I
to,
don't know.
Kane sat there and we're like, oh, what should we do for food? Nando's, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're there.
Fair. I mean, I've never had any issues with it. Like, I've never felt unwell after having it or anything like that. Overrated, I do kind of think so, because there was this whole trend, wasn't there, where it was like, that's the place to go. You go there on a first date, you go there for like, everyone went there for their Instagrams, like, you know, it was just like a whole thing for a while, wasn't it? Like, cheeky Nando's was the whole...
Cheeky Nando's with the lad.
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole thing. And it was overrated in that aspect, I think.
Yeah, I think
But,
it's...
like, it's not exceptional food, but it's nice, I like it.
People rate it too highly.
Yeah.
It's no Michelin star restaurant, do you know what I mean?
No, well, it's like spoons, isn't it? It's like, it's not great.
I mean,
it's just...
do you know what? I literally have just thought, Nando's is the Witherspoons of chicken shops.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Because it's not really a restaurant, is it? You can
It's not
order
really
on the
a
app.
restaurant.
It's
But,
like it's not cheap anymore, though, is it, Nando's?
No, it's not cheap, but Nando's is like the Witherspoons of, because you can go in, you can sit down, and you
It's
can
quite
order on an
easy
app.
to. It is quite easy to do that. Yeah.
But like with your standard chicken shops, it's just a takeaway
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah. True.
There's another controversial opinion for you.
Yeah,
Is Nando's the Witherspoons of chicken shops?
Yeah. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Cool. Okay. Let's go to the next one. This one. I think people over 65 should be retested for driving every couple of years.
Oh,
Bit strong, maybe.
a little bit.
I mean, I kind of get the premise, because I guess, like, if you get over a certain age, you're more likely to have illnesses or like visual impairments,
And,
or
you know,
hearing impairments, whatever.
To anyone over 65, if you are listening, you know, this podcast is for all ages. I'm very sorry for what I'm about to say. Facts.
You think it should be a case?
There is
Maybe like,
a regular amount of car accidents. And not major ones, don't get me wrong. It's not.
do you know what? Maybe not even like a proper driving test. Maybe like every 5 to 10 years have to
like
retake
a competency test.
or like a theory test, like with the hazard perception, maybe just to see like reaction time.
Yeah. I think that's.
So you slow down as you get older.
I
It
think
might be
that's a
just
good idea.
wise from a reaction
like,
time perspective.
I think it would make the roads a safer place. I keep knocking this bloody mic again. I've done 3 times now. I've done it, and I'm just like, try not to notice. But it's probably sitting on that thing going, doing. But yeah, no, I think from a safety standpoint, I think there should be something in place for because you know, there's a high amount of older drivers that are, you know, hot on it, really good, but there are some drivers that passed their test a long time ago, before there were a lot of different standards that there are now.
Yeah, fair.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, a bit strong maybe, but I see the sentiment behind it. I think there should be maybe something in place, or maybe even dependent on, you know, like vision or hearing or something like that. Maybe there's like for those people who have got impairments, maybe just additional measures.
Maybe like an audio test and a visual test.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, let's have a look what else we've got. So this one is,
Oh no.
this one cracked me up. If you've never fancied an animated character before, you're a liar.
I feel exposed.
Okay, who's your animated crush?
Oh, I don't know. There's too many of them. Shigo from Kim Possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I see.
Don't ask me why. Don't ask questions. I mean, just
Yeah.
like I see memes about it all the time. It's like,
You
this,
know,
is,
I've
this is
started
what
seeing-
shaped my attraction to women.
Yeah, I've started seeing ones like that. Yeah.
And it's, I mean, like, yeah, I'm not afraid to admit it. Like,
Fair.
we were all young once. We were all, you know, we had those feelings.
Yeah.
We was learning things about ourselves. Hair was growing in strange places.
I can't think off the top of my head an animated character. I don't know. You know, I mean, there's got to be.
Are you the rare like exception to the rule?
I don't think so. I think I must have at some stage. I just can't think of, you know me, that I'm not one for like favourite shows and stuff like that. So there's not one that like
fair.
juts out at me. But I'm sure at some point.
Oh yeah, there's got to be.
Yeah.
Got to be.
Yeah, true. It's pretty mad though, isn't it, when you think about it?
A little bit.
Yeah. But I suppose, yeah, that's right. That was actually a girl that sent me that one as well.
Fair.
Yeah. I didn't ask who hers
Yeah,
was.
I mean, fair.
But I'd be interested to know. Next up, kind of in the same vein, all musicals are trash.
I strongly disagree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a musical lover at all.
No.
Like, I'm not the sort of person who will actively seek a musical. But I think
Same.
there are some that are really well written and produced.
I went to see We Will Rock You. That was incredible.
I imagine that's pretty good. Yeah,
Wicked is also a really good one.
yeah,
I really liked seeing Wicked. I've seen that a couple of times now, actually. Yeah, I think musicals are fun. I think they're quite fun.
yeah. I mean, the thing that I don't like about certain musicals is one that sticks out to me that I never really gelled with was Annie. Like, it's a very over the top.
Yeah.
Like, literally every little thing that happens, it's bursting into a new song, and like, it's
Yeah.
like extreme musical.
Tasteful musical.
So
So,
I like
burst
Greatest
into
Showman. I really enjoyed,
I enjoyed it the first time I watched it.
but not the 10th.
My dad got a little bit of an obsession.
Oh,
with it,
really?
and,
Oh, okay.
like 60 times later, hearing "This is the greatest show."
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was the greatest
It
show.
was once. Yeah, it was once. Yeah.
Not
Okay, yeah,
anymore,
yeah,
sadly.
Yeah, but I thought that was well written though. Like, I thought it was like a well executed example of a musical.
Because and again, it's tasteful,
Classics like Chitty Chitty Bang
tasteful
Bang.
bursting into song.
Yeah.
You know, not like, oh, I've stubbed my toe, I must sing about this now.
Yeah. The ones I really don't like are the ones that become famous in like the kids' world, like Frozen, for example. Like,
Yeah, but that only became a thing because of the film and because of the
yeah, of
popularity
course,
of the film.
of course,
That,
yeah.
that, that was a cash grab.
Yeah, exactly. It was a musical film, and then it became they did like a Broadway show of it,
Yeah,
or whatever, and then
yeah,
they did
yeah.
loads of, and then the song became really famous, and it was just a whole thing. Yeah, for me, I'm not. I just heard it so much that I was just like sick to death of it. So I can understand why.
Do you know
some
what you
people
got to
might
do with
think
that,
this.
Dan? Do you know what you got to do with that?
What's that?
You got to let it go, mate.
Right, well, thank you so much for watching that episode. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I wouldn't choose to go and see like a musical show in theatre or something. It's
No.
it's not really my thing, but I can appreciate some. So I'm not sure I agree with
I'd
that.
love to see a musical.
Yeah,
I like stage shows. I do.
true.
I really enjoy them.
yeah,
They're a lot of fun. A lot of energy. It's good.
yeah, fair. This one I strongly agree with. No, actually, no, it's the wrong way round. I strongly disagree with. Showering at night is better than showering in the morning.
No.
No,
Showering in the morning.
I'm a morning shower guy.
I wake up, I shower, I'm refreshed, I'm ready for the day. Mm-hmm. I'm still falling asleep on that bus, but still, that's by the by. I feel more awake and more ready for the day in the morning shower. If I have a shower at night, it wakes me up. Yeah, I can't sleep.
Yeah, me too. And also as well, like, I feel like I'm just like, you're in bed for like what, like ideally 6, 7, 8, 9 hours,
Yeah.
whatever, and you're just like, I'm not necessarily sweating, but you're like hot, and your face is on the pillow, and like, you've just,
Plus, I've got long hair,
yeah,
and this takes time to dry.
yeah, true.
So I don't want to be having a
Damp
shower
pillow.
just before I'm going to bed. Have either a damp pillow or I have to wait an hour for this
yeah,
to
to
dry.
actually dry out. Yeah, no, like you say, like, I feel really refreshed when I get in the shower in the morning. I know it's an extra step, and I know it's a bit annoying, but yeah, showering at night, I'm just not a big. I understand a bath at night. If you want to unwind and have like a Radox bath, or whatever, fair enough. Like,
Radox bath.
Yeah.
Very specific.
I know, yeah. Do you know what? I say that. I haven't had a bath in years. I'm a shower guy.
Yeah, you stink. I can smell.
Wow.
I'm kidding. No, I'm a shower guy as well. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. Like I like having a bath every now and again.
Yeah, me too,
but,
yeah.
I think I prefer a shower.
Yeah. Every morning shower for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning showers. That's the one.
Yeah. This one is facts.
No.
I prefer if my partner has had a serious relationship before. I don't want to teach them how.
Okay, I was a little bit concerned as to where you was going with that one. I
guess
agree. I agree.
I think that's probably
Like,
more a thing for like people who are a bit younger though. Like if you're like kind of at that age, like early 20s or late teens, where you're getting into first relationships and stuff, I guess that kind of applies a little bit more there. Like I'd be a bit worried now if I was.
I would say now, because for us, we're a bit older. I would rather get into a relationship with someone who's been in a serious relationship before. So because you both then understand pace in a relationship,
Yeah,
you
that's
both
true.
then understand people sometimes move at different paces.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're a lot younger, it all goes so quickly that I don't think the whole. I think it would be too scary for like someone else to be who's been in a serious relationship to go into a relationship with someone that hasn't. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I
Like,
get what you mean.
I think, yeah, at our age, it makes more sense. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say I would rather, at this age especially, my partner have been in a serious relationship before
Yeah.
than go out with someone that hasn't.
I guess it's kind of difficult though, isn't it? Because you have to always wonder if you're being compared to the other person. If it was like a long, serious relationship.
Yeah,
But that's life,
but
isn't it? Really.
I think you you come out of that comparison phase in the early days. I think at the beginning you're kind of like, oh, you know, you compare yourself to their ex. But I think the longer that relationship goes, the less you do.
True, because you build your own memories with that person and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Interesting. Ooh.
Is it the one I think it is?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Are we going for it?
Yeah. So
Go on.
one says sleeping with someone that you know you shouldn't be, whether that be due to someone being in a relationship or it being inappropriate due to being work colleague, etc., makes it more excitable, even though potentially morally wrong.
This is gonna make a lot of people think poorly of us,
Go on.
but yeah,
Yeah, I guess
it does.
It's
But
the
it does-
forbidden fruit thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it does for the reason of, like you said, that forbidden fruit thing. Not that I think it's morally right. I want to make that very clear. I don't think it's morally right,
Yeah.
but I think, especially with like the cheating aspect, I don't think that's morally
No,
right.
not at all.
But I definitely think from like the way I look at it is like a heat of the moment aspect. It's more exciting when you're in that heat of the moment. You know you shouldn't be doing it, but then again, it's like anything that you know you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
You feel more excited by it, and you feel like you want to do it more. That was a poor choice of words.
I don't know. I think maybe if you get caught up in the heat of it, then maybe, but
Lost in the sauce, as it were.
lost in the sauce. Yeah. Lost in the sauce. It's that cat and mouse thing, isn't it? It's like maybe you're just addicted to chasing something that you know you can't have, or. And I mean, I guess a lot of relationships probably come from those situations. Like if you're with someone and then you end up getting with someone else, you might break off that previous relationship and end up with someone else. Or if it's like a work colleague, there might be that kind of like bit at the beginning where it's all a bit, like, will they, won't they? And then something happens. And then all of a sudden after a little while, it's just normal.
And I think like when that normal moment hits, I think that's the very important bit of, that's where the morally wrong bit comes in.
Yeah.
Is if you feel it was morally wrong, that's when it will hit you and you'll be like, oh God, I shouldn't be doing this. And if you feel like, not that it's morally right, but if it feels right, then that's when you'll go, actually, I'm glad I did.
It's rocky ground though, isn't it?
It's rocky ground.
If you were to do that and then you become excited by that situation, you might then never be satisfied by like a normal.
That's so true.
Do you know what I mean? Like you don't want to get into that.
You don't want to get into that spiral or pattern, I guess. Of, And this is from the cheating side of things. You don't want to make it a habit.
No, God, no.
I think for me, like, cheating for me is a big no-no.
Yeah.
Never cheated on a partner, never will. It's just not my style, not my thing. I'm a very I treat people how I want to be treated kind of person. So I wouldn't want to be cheated on, so I'm not going to cheat on anyone else.
Yeah.
You know, do the right thing, break up with someone.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't see it going anywhere, break up with them.
Yeah.
But with the statement that was said specifically,
Mm-hmm.
yes, because it is an exciting feeling.
Yeah.
Specific to that statement, it is an exciting
Tantalising.
sensational.
Yeah.
It is
I get the I do get the sentiment behind it.
like, personally,
It's clearly not ideal.
no, not ideal at all, but personally, I would say morally wrong. No, don't do it.
Yeah.
But if you're in that heat of the moment, it is exciting. But I think that's human nature. That's a that's a based instinct sort of thing.
Yeah. That's fair enough. So I've got another one.
Okay.
This one I think is, I don't know. We've discussed this a little bit before. Money can buy happiness.
It absolutely can't.
Yeah, I agree.
I fundamentally do not believe that money can buy happiness.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. It can buy you things that make you happy, but it does not mean that money's buying you happiness.
No, because at the end of the day, you can get temporary happiness out of it.
Yeah, 100%.
But I don't think it's going to actually put you in a better position.
Money is
necessarily.
Money is a short-term fix for a long-term problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it makes you happy briefly because I can buy this, and I can buy that. And then the money runs out, and then you're like, I haven't got anything left. What do I do now?
Yeah.
And money cannot buy you happiness.
No, I'd agree
straight
with that.
up, does not buy you happiness.
Yeah. This one I'm curious to get your opinion on.
Okay.
Staying friends with your exes is healthy.
No.
Go on.
There's always feelings.
True.
There's always feelings.
True.
And the thing is, I've stayed friendly with some exes, and that's not from a standpoint of I dislike them as a person. And you know, like I obviously there's going to be exes that you don't like, and there's going to be exes that you do like, but the reason I've never stayed close friends or friendly is because, you know, I'm a very emotional person, and there's always going to be some semblance of attachment to that person.
I think I'm kind of the same. It's a real shame because, like, you kind of had that conversation early on, don't you, in like a relationship, like, you know, I hope if we were to break up, we stay friends, because you've got that bond, you've got that, like, you've built that connection with that person. But it's not as easy as that, is it?
Exes can't be friends.
It's not as easy as that.
You know, that's my honest opinion.
Maybe long
Exes can't be
term.
friends.
Maybe if it's been like a good few years and you've gone your separate ways.
Even then,
there's still a possibility a
there's
spark might.
still you had. Well, I mean, it depends, because, you know, if you was in a short-term relationship, fair. But if you was in a long-term relationship, no, because there is always feelings.
Yeah.
There is, whether you bury it deep down or not.
Yeah, it's true.
When you see that person, you still have that moment of, oh, hello.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you're probably right.
So I appreciate the part they played in my life, and I appreciate the learning and the growing that I did with that person. But I'm sorry, we can't be friends. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
I can't be friends with them.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I mean, I'd say I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't know. I like to think that I'd still be able to communicate okay. But at the same time, like you say, it really depends on the person and the relationship. Like
if I see them in the street, I'll say hello.
Yeah.
Obviously to the ones that I'm friendly with.
Yeah.
I'll say hello. Because I'm not rude.
Yeah.
And they've done nothing to me. So it's not like I'm not friends with you because, you know, I don't want to talk to you, I don't like you, blah, blah, blah. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's a fact of the matter of, you know, at some point you was their world, and at some point they was your world. That sticks with someone. So if I see someone on the street that I've dated, cool. Is a, oh, hey, how you doing? Cool, good to see you. I hope you're well. Move on. That's it. I don't want to stand there and have small talk and have a full-on conversation. I just want to say hello. I want you to leave me alone, and then I want to go away and I want to have a little cry.
Facts. Oh dear. This one is really niche. I got this one through and I was like, okay. So this one is just it's really annoying when people say "bless you" after you sneeze.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never heard anyone express that opinion before. I guess it kind of is controversial because I think most people would say it's polite. But then again, there are some people, like, for example, when you have one of your random allergy fits to rum and you'll sneeze and sneeze and sneeze a good, like, 25 times.
Yeah.
I'll say it 3 times. I'm like, you're attention seeking now. I'm done.
I genuinely, I don't know where that comes from.
No, it's weird,
and it's always Captain Morgan's.
Right, okay.
Always Captain Morgan's.
The captain has come to get you.
The captain has come to get me. I don't know what it is about Captain Morgan's. Like, whenever I drink Duppy, no problem at all. Absolutely
Interesting.
fine. Whenever I drink Kraken, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But Captain Morgan,
You met your match.
just hits me different.
That's so strange.
But, like, no, I think I'm the same boat. Like, 1, okay, you sneezed. 2, all right, fair enough, bit of a sneezing fit. 3, okay, this needs to stop. You need to seek medical help.
Yeah. Like 4, I'm fed up.
Like 4, I'm done. I'm out. I'm gone.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I've done my bit.
I've done.
You're on your own.
It's like that meme. That's like, I'm doing my part, and then it gets to the point where they're just like,
yeah.
big exhale.
It is what it is. It is
No,
what it is.
it's the way. It goes.
And the last one that I'll end on.
Oh, you missed it. You went, it is what it is, and I said, no, it's the way it goes. Oh, I'm so sorry, because people are going to get so sick of that
every episode. Never mind. This last one, I don't know whether I agree with it or not, but I definitely don't fall into this boat. A morning person can never be trusted.
What?
I don't know why. I don't know why.
That's not even a controversial opinion. That's an irrational fear.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're true. That would be a good one. Let's do a rational. We'll do an episode on irrational fears.
You heard it first.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, we're planning as we speak. Yeah, that to me, that is. You're right. That is a bit of an irrational fear, isn't it?
That makes no sense.
I'm not a morning person at all.
I'm not.
I'm a proper night owl. I get all my best work done at night, and I hate getting up in the morning.
But I've never met a morning person that I've been like, oh, nah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't trust you.
No, you know that meme where it's Jack Whitehall's dad, and he's like taking the mick out of the Americans when he's saying, "Oh, how was your day?" And he's like, "Why?" He's wound up that people are so friendly.
Oh,
and so like,
no, I don't know.
And well, basically, he starts taking the mick, saying he's like, "I'm not going to tell you how my day is. Why do you care about my day?" And he gets really annoyed about it. And obviously, they're only just trying to be polite. But it just reminded me of that because like. It's almost like you get up and you're like, if you're not a morning person and you've got a morning person there who's got all this energy and then like a little golden retriever at like 7 a.m. Like,
yeah, but I still don't think they can't be trusted.
No, that's a bit extreme. Yeah,
like, I think, are they annoying me? Absolutely. But can they be trusted? Yeah, probably. They're probably all right.
What? I think we should trust them because they're getting all the good work done whilst we're still asleep. We should trust them.
They're the reason that I don't have to wake up early.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I'm all about that. That's fair enough. Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other controversial opinions that I've got. I mean, yeah, most of mine are food related. Most of mine are like, does this belong in the fridge or the cupboard? Because people have some wild combinations that they do.
Oh, yeah.
Here's another one.
Go on.
Is it okay to have a roast dinner without gravy?
No.
No, exactly.
Why do you want a dry
roast dinner? That's a sin. But
that's incorrect.
But I know people who are like really on board with the dry roast dinner.
they can't be trusted.
Yeah, probably true. Yeah,
They cannot be trusted.
that's rough. Think of all that chewing.
In it. I start
Yeah, no, I don't fancy that.
steak. Well done, yes or no?
No. So what a waste.
Why
Might
would
as
you
well
want
have
it
a bit-
cremated?
Yeah, you just have a normal bit of beef.
Just have a normal bit of beef. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
top side of beef. That's what you want. You
medium
don't want-
rare, medium rare.
Yeah, but I'm like
got to be a bit-
like medium rare.
Yeah, it's
me.
got to be a bit squidgy. But
I don't like it still mooing. Like I don't like it still with the leather on. You know, like when they just like take a blowtorch and just wave it over the cow and then go there you go.
there you go.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of that.
I've cooked it like that before.
Yeah, no, it's not a bit of me.
Mainly because I thought I cooked it, but I didn't. I undercooked it. And I didn't enjoy that. But yeah, why would you? And I people say to me like, oh yeah, but you know, I don't want it. I don't want it to be like bloody. That's where the flavour is. The taste comes from there.
Yeah.
Like I'm very passionate about my steak. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very passionate about this. But why would you like? Cool. Let's melt the steak at the highest degree temperature we could possibly find.
Yeah.
Just so I know that within the charcoal surrounding it, there's a little tiny piece of meat that's edible.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Oh, here's a controversial opinion.
Go on.
Love Island, overrated.
I don't watch it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I watch I'm a Celeb, really enjoy that. I have in the past watched Big Brother and enjoyed that. I watch EastEnders. I don't watch any of the other soaps, but I avidly watch EastEnders.
Out of all of them, not Love Island, sorry, I'm a Celeb is the only like reality TV show that I kind of watch. I don't really like reality TV.
No, I'm not a big fan. Like, there's a lot of them now as well, isn't there?
You get things like Geordie Shore and stuff like that, and I can't stand Geordie Shore.
I'm just not a big fan of all that stuff.
I can't stand
but
it.
It's huge,
because
it's huge.
But the thing is, it's such a skewed look.
Yeah, true.
Like,
it's not...
people that have come off of there have said, we were told to do this. It's not the truth.
No.
And like, I can't stand stuff that's billed as reality TV. That's just not grounded.
The producers fiddle with it, don't they, to make
sensationalise it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Sensationalise it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people view it as that's exactly how it is, and it's just not.
You think
really
you're going to go
the
up
case,
north and then that's going to be how it is.
And you've got a whole generation of people now who want to be on Love Island, and it's like...
I don't... Honestly, Love Island has done more harm for the general population than it has done good.
Yeah, I do agree.
They cancelled Jezza
Yeah.
rather than Love Island.
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole different can of worms, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a whole different can of worms, but both shows have had tragic circumstances surrounding them. So I personally think if you're going to cancel one, cancel the other.
Yeah.
This is me advocating for the cancellation of Love Island. I don't care who hates me for it. I don't like Love Island.
Yeah, I mean, if someone was watching it and it's on in the background, I'm like, fine. But it's
Even
not
then,
my
I
cup.
have to turn it off.
It's not my cup of tea.
Because I can't stand the mentality of the people that go on
It's
it.
the drama, isn't it? I'm not.
Yeah, like, and I get it. That's probably not them in real life.
No, it's just for entertainment.
It's just for entertainment. But like, I can't stand this mentality that they push out to the general population, because then you get people thinking like that's okay.
Yeah, those are normal relationships.
Those are normal relationships. This is normally how you act.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I'm very passionate on the topic of Love Island because I hate it so much.
Clearly. I mean, I started a war there that actually you fought for me. So
yeah, no, it's fine. I got your back.
Yeah, fair enough. Dan. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it that much. I just don't like it. But yeah, well, yeah, that's so that's the conclusion of the ones that were submitted to us. Again, I'd love to hear some more. So please leave us comments and DMs and so on. Like, I'd love to hear some more.
We'll probably do another controversial opinions episode.
Yeah, I'm also
somewhere down the line.
Yeah, I want to do Ix as well, because that is always very interesting.
For those of you listening, I audibly rolled my eyes.
I actually had a request on here. Someone sent me a message in reply to this one saying, "Let me know when you do Ix."
Fair.
So probably get some quite saucy ones.
I'm I'm gonna get angry. I can tell already.
Yeah.
Something's gonna wind me up.
Yeah. Either that, or we'll just find out some really odd ones, which is bound to be the case. Let's be honest. But yeah, some of them not as controversial as I thought. To be honest, I think people's perception of what's controversial, is
skewed.
Potentially, yeah.
I feel like a lot of people's opinions are skewed these days.
Yeah, I mean, some of those I just thought were quite common.
Yeah,
but then there were some that were a bit wild, let's be fair.
Weren't they just?
Yeah. But yeah, so that is controversial opinions. And we're going to move on. We're going to do a dilemma this week. So Ryan has a dilemma for me that I haven't read, that I am going to have a hot take on. So I've already got it up on screen for you there.
I don't have my phone with me. So what should I do? This is a dilemma from a former employee from a workplace.
Okay.
So I was recently laid off from a company due to a restructure. My colleague and someone I considered a friend was moved into a similar position I once was let go from, after a long tenure.
Right.
My friend and now former colleague has asked me for information about how to do the job, information about projects. I was in the middle of an in-depth knowledge questions I would rather not provide. I want to support my friend, but I really don't want to help my former company in any way. How do I maintain support of my friend without providing my former company with knowledge that left with me when they let me go?
Ooh. That is a little bit tricky, actually.
I saw it and I immediately thought of us.
Yeah.
And I thought, how would I navigate if I had a real falling out with the company that we were a part of?
Yeah.
But still support you.
Yeah, that is tough, isn't it? Because you don't want to hinder your friend or your friend's progress, but at the same time, if it's, I mean, this is probably, I would have thought, a smaller company maybe based on what's been said, because at the end of the day, where we work, we're small fish in a big pond. Like, we could just be replaced at the end of the day. Like, we might be talent to the business, but we could still be replaced tomorrow. Whereas if it was like a little family run business or something, and you leave on moral grounds, let's say, then that's even more tricky, isn't it? Because it's like,
because we don't, he hasn't specified
any of those things.
Reasons that he left, or the reasons that he was let go. So there could be more to it, but still, it sounds like he was let go for a not so clear reason.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because you don't know the circumstances, but it is a bit of a moral dilemma, isn't it? Because it's, you don't want to hinder someone or upset someone, but likewise, if you've been let go and they've moved into effectively your role, you then don't want to like falsely boost them to be as, like, you imagine like you've left that role and then you've given your friend all the information they need to succeed. They then succeed, and then the bosses are like, "Oh yeah, this person's excellent." When actually that all came from you. That would feel rubbish, wouldn't it?
I'm thinking of it role reversed.
Yeah.
If I was the person stepping into that role, I wouldn't want to be messaging the person who I know got fired, asking them questions about the role.
No, it's true.
Like, I think it raises the question to me: are they really friends?
True. Yeah. There's that element.
I guess you could say yes in one sense, but in my honest opinion, if you know that person's been fired from that position, you know they're not going to be too happy with the company.
Yeah.
It's a bit like,
Do you know what it's like? It's like going to your mate and like he's broken up with his ex, and then you're getting with his ex, and you're like, can you give me tips? Can you, like,
that is treacherous,
isn't it? But that's what this is. That's what this is. This is like,
I mean, it's true though.
Yeah, like,
you are right.
You wouldn't do that, would you? You wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
First of all, it's a bit shaky ground anyway. But let's say it actually happened. you wouldn't then go to your friend and be like, oh, like, I'm with so and so now. Like, do you mind telling me like what she likes and where I should take her on dates?
Yeah,
and,
what films does she like?
Yeah, like what presents should I get her?
Yeah. Nah. Nah.
When you put it,
Nah.
when you put it in that context,
Yeah.
that becomes a whole obvious.
But that's a whole different kettle of fish.
Oh yeah, that is. Don't get me wrong, that is different to this.
That is a
but
whole
it's the same
different kettle
concept
of
though,
fish.
right?
I mean, yeah, effectively it is the same concept. So, what are you saying, Dan?
Mate. Also depends on the friend, doesn't it? Like you say, if you're really close friends with them, then you want them to succeed.
Plus, it's work friends, so you got to remember that.
Yeah, what if it is just more like a colleague that you're friendly with, but you're not like besties outside of work? Then that's probably different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I got there, if I managed to get to that position and succeed, then you will find your feet and you'll get there and you'll do it on your own terms. Like, you don't need me spoon feeding it to you, because if I do, then you're not right for the job.
Yeah.
So even if you are my mate, do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want to spoon feed someone.
It's not me doing the job. So say it was me and you, for instance, it's not me doing the job if I'm asking you how to do it every 20 minutes.
No.
That's you doing the job.
Yeah.
Through me.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm the type of person that I like to learn how to do what I'm supposed to be doing and then work from there.
Yeah.
Rather than be told every 5 minutes how to do my job.
Yeah. I'm definitely an on the job learner. Like, I don't like sitting there taking information in. I can't do all that. Like, I need to just get on with it, and then I'll learn as I go.
100%.
So I wouldn't even like that. Even if I was on the receiving end of that, and someone's like, "Oh yeah, I'll tell you how to be the best." No, I've got that. Like,
No,
if I don't achieve it out of my own back, then I'm not going to be satisfied with it anyway. To be honest,
that just kind of gives a show of like they just don't have faith in you.
Yeah, well, there is that as well.
Yeah, but again, he's not saying, do you need information? It's the guy that's saying back to him, how do I do this? How do I do that?
Yeah, how do you shut that down as well?
I think, how do you shut that down?
Yeah.
Because that's a hard one.
Because you can't just ignore it, but you also can't be like, oh yeah, here's everything you want to know. How do you politely say, shouldn't you be figuring that one out, mate?
Yeah. How do you go to someone like, I do have the answer, but I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
I know what you want, but no.
True.
That's a rough one.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a sticky one, but to be honest, I think I would lean on the side of caution and be like, that's not my problem.
I think I'd be honest. I think I'd just say, hey, look, I don't work for this company anymore.
Yeah, if you got your own things to deal with.
Yeah.
If I'd have been promoted within that business and then I'm teaching someone below me, different kettle of fish, because you want them to develop, you want them to succeed. It makes your life easier in that new role and all that kind of thing. But if it was like you've left that business and now someone wants spoon feeding how to do their job, why is that my problem? Even if they're my mate, like they can, like, yeah, I can give tips here and there, but I'm not going to spoon feed it.
Especially if you've been fired from that job.
Yeah, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth, isn't it?
That is a bit of a kick
Unless,
in
of course, it was like gross misconduct or something.
Well,
that's a totally different thing.
He said restructure.
Oh, okay. So it's probably just a bit similar to what I've been through, where it's like, yeah, business is changing.
Managed out of the business.
Yeah, sort of thing, yeah.
That old chestnut.
Yeah.
That old chestnut.
Yeah. I don't know, yeah. I think I'd probably lean towards, that's not my problem, dude. In a polite way.
You.
Yeah.
Adios.
Cheers for now.
Cheers for now.
All the best.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but
yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a bit of a sticky one. But this is the thing with these dilemmas, isn't it? Like, sometimes there is a real debate to be had about what is the morally right thing to do.
Yeah.
But I think with this one, there's not really a right or wrong answer.
I don't know.
Some of them I read and I'm immediately like passionate about one side or the other. But this one I'm like, eh.
I think I'm very much, because of the circumstance the actual dilemma's about, for me, it's a hard, why are you asking me these questions?
Yeah.
A, you're in the job that I just got let go of, effectively.
Yeah, there is that.
And B, was this the plan all along?
Yeah.
Obviously not from the friends' point of view, because they probably didn't know, but like from the business point of view, I wouldn't want to help that business.
No.
At all.
No.
No.
So that leads me nicely on to the quote of the day. And this, I think, really fits in with the dilemma that you just presented me. And the quote is as follows. The most powerful form of motivation is rejection. What do you think?
I disagree.
Interesting.
I disagree.
Why?
Because I think rejection can be positive, but it also can be negative.
Yeah.
It can have a very negative impact on a person. So, you know, I think, yeah, sometimes it can motivate you, but I think a lot of times rejection is a demotivation.
Yeah.
You have to be I think to kind of, I guess, correct it, in a different sense, you have to be demotivated to become motivated. Because you go through a phase of demotivation to then get to that phase of motivation.
Yeah.
Because for me, like, I'll have a rough time, and then I'll come out of that rough time with some semblance of motivation of something I want to do. You know, like for fitness. I'm not the fittest guy. I'll openly admit it. But when I get that motivation to go climbing, I'm at the climbing gym. I'm doing weights. I'm climbing. I'm feeling a sense of motivation from that.
Yeah.
That spurred from demotivation.
I guess the most powerful form of motivation is rejection. I think, in a way, it depends on the type of rejection, right? Because this could be like job or career related. It could be that someone you don't get a job, and so therefore it motivates you to, cool, I need to improve.
Yeah.
Like there's two different types of people. There's some people that will just mope around and be like, oh, I should have got that. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And there's some people that will just use it to push forward, push through it, and get better. And there's also that aspect of, if it was like a relationship, for example, if you get rejected by someone relationship wise, that could spur you on to be like, okay, well, why did that happen? Is that something that I've done, or is that something that, is it an opportunity for me to better myself? Is it an opportunity for me to realize that wasn't the right thing at the time? Like, whatever it might be. So I can kind of see it. Like, it can be powerful to get that rejection and that feedback, as long as it's not harsh, as long as it's not like, you suck and da-da-da-da, like, it needs to be productive feedback. Like, it needs to be constructive.
Yeah, it depends on the type of rejection.
Yeah, of course,
right.
Yeah. But I do think it can be valuable.
Yeah.
I think it can be valuable to be rejected in some aspects, just to be able to then, like, if you go through life and you're given confidence boosts all the time, if you're told, oh, you're the best, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty, you're so great at this, you're so strong, you're so whatever it might be,
you're going to get a false sense of worth.
Yeah, you might become a little bit egotistical, maybe.
Yeah. I would yeah.
Rejection from time to time might be healthy in a way that it keeps you grounded.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say so anyway. I don't know.
I think rejection is healthy if it's constructive. If it comes from a place of positivity and improvement, then I would agree with that sentiment. But I think rejection is a very negative word. I think, it kind of goes to like, you have to fail to succeed.
Short-term pain, long-term gain.
That's it. Short-term pain, long-term gain. You go through rough patches to go through great patches.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. It depends on the type of rejection.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's an interesting one to end it on, though. I think the best thing that I could say about motivation is that it comes from within. Like, people around you can motivate you for sure.
Oh yeah,
like
100%.
that contributes massively, but you have to pull your finger out and you have to figure out what motivates you, to be able to get on that.
Yeah,
saddle.
you have to be willing to accept the motivation.
Yeah, 100%.
You have to be willing to accept the words of advice, I guess. But yeah, I know. I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah. I just thought, when we're sitting here, I'm casting my mind way back in the episode to chocolate in the fridge. I'm wondering if there's any here. I'm going to fact check this, and I'm going to be on the phone to my mum after this episode. If I find any chocolate in that fridge.
Man, you got to let it go, mate. You got to let it go.
No, not back to the musical again. No. That's the worst. Oh dear.
Oh dear. That was potentially one of the worst puns I've ever made.
I'd disagree with that.
Oh, come on. I know I've made some bad puns, but that's got to be top 10.
That's a bit of a dad joke, that, isn't it?
I love a good dad joke.
I love a good dad joke. That's not a controversial opinion.
That's not a controversial.
I think everyone loves a good dad joke.
Even
if they roll their eyes and they cringe a little bit.
Dad jokes are funny.
They are funny.
They are funny.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. I will laugh at a dad joke. Why did Adele cross the road? To say hello from the other side.
Thank you guys so much for watching, for listening to The Way It Goes, episode 8. We appreciate you being with us for these trials and tribulations.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry.
If you've made it this far, then fair play.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yep. At tweak.podcast across socials, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Please leave us your suggestions for things you want us to chat about in the future. We love hearing them. We love all the submissions. They're great fun to discuss. And yeah, we're still kind of working through figuring out the direction of the show, just rambling as we do every week. And of course, we'd love your input, what you want to hear. We try and touch on some serious topics, but make it as fun as we can. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, rate us on Spotify as well, and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Apple Podcasts. That's a thing.
Yeah, that is a thing. Yeah.
Do you know, you got to think in life. Sometimes that's just
the way it goes. We didn't rehearse that.
We didn't rehearse that.
No, we never rehearsed that.
Why
It's just
terrible.
like, it's almost, we're only 8 episodes in and it's like instinct already to make that pun. Well,
I find myself walking around going, the way it goes, Mondays at 5.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, I've been doing the like, comment, subscribe thing for years. So it's like,
you have a YouTube channel, didn't you?
Yeah. For better or for worse.
And on that note,
It's time to end. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next week.
Adios.
Bye-bye.